Well, when I think of politics in the boardroom, I don't think of politics at the national level and the governmental level. I think of politics in terms of people dynamics, right? And for me, it's a very important aspect of a boardroom because we have to know that there are always interpersonal relationships. As Rolf said, the director pool is very small in the OECS and further in St. Lucia. So people know each other, people have relations with each other, so that political dynamic is always present. What is dangerous is the unexamined politics, when people start using politics to push their own agendas. And that's when it becomes dangerous. I've seen it at play, not just within boards that I serve on, but from the outside looking in, you can see it at play. Some of the things that okay, so to be vulnerable here, I'm not innocent as a director, okay? So sometimes I get involved in the politics as well to move my own agenda. So I will tell you, it's a very dangerous practice. It's one that we should refrain from doing. In terms of actually manifesting and seeing what it looks like, I'll give you an example. So, as Richard was saying earlier, the CEO would use back channels to get stuff passed. It's a dangerous practice, like he said, but we do it all the time. But when it's done to us, to get what we want passed blocked, it creates a power dynamic and a tension in the room that is very destructive. And one of the key things that I don't think it has come out yet, Richard spoke to the relationship between the COPSEC and the boardroom and the MD. But the most powerful relationship in a boardroom is between the CEO and the chair. And maybe the law speaks to the board and the management a lot, but best practice really speaks to the CEO and the chair and that political dynamic there. And if you mess that up because of internal politics and power play, the results can be disastrous. I can tell you from experience, I've seen what a great dynamic is between a CEO and a chair, and I've seen what a terrible one can lead to. And it all happened with the same two people. So I'm not talking about Richard and his chair and Johnathan and his chair. I'm talking about myself and my former chair. The power dynamics were fantastic. Politics were not at play. We felt unstoppable. I would say competitors hated us and they were jealous of what we had.
Really?
But at the same time, I think what we need to recognize in politics and relationships is that you don't have to be best friends. The relationship is built on candor and not comfort. And people don't understand that sometimes when the politics gets involved. They feel betrayed, they feel backstabbed, and they react as humans would. And relationships start getting strained and changed. So politics needs to be recognized as existing in all boardrooms, but the unexamined politics where we push our own agendas at the expense of the organization's objectives, that needs to be called out immediately and kept in check. The problem is, again, going back to the point Rolf made, the quality of directors that we get to pull from in small regions leaves a lot to be desired. We need strong voices, mature individuals who can stand up to a CEO with a strong will, who can stand up to a chairman with a strong will and get us focused outside of the politics and back on the organization's goals. So in terms of politics in the boardroom, it's a plus, it's a good thing, it's going to be there. Just let's keep it in check.